Why does it feel like the people closest to you want you to fail? Why does it feel like the people you thought were going to be there to support you are nowhere to be found? I've changed my life dramatically over the last 10 years. I was an absolute loser. I was broke. I was broken. I was mentally broken, spiritually broken, smoking weed, alcohol, all these things. And in the past 10 years and all the progress that I've made, and now my foot is just on the gas and my momentum is so strong, I look up and the people that I thought would be there to support me are nowhere to be found. And you probably feel the same way. And I'm going to tell you why. We are conditional beings. We grow up in certain environments, and those environments shape us, okay? And the human condition is designed for what is familiar, what's normal, what can we expect. We hate the unexpected. That's why not a lot of people live the life that they want to live. Why? Because it takes risk, and in risk, there is uncertainty. The brain is not designed for uncertainty, and this is why people don't break the mold. But why is it that certain people from certain environments make something of themselves and the other people stay exactly the same? Ask yourself that question. Why is it that certain people from environments that aren't super ideal, the circumstances aren't great, right? Maybe they don't have everything against them, but it's just things aren't really set up for them to win, and they end up making a way anyways. The people that do this and leave the people behind that they grew up with or that they've been friends with for a long time or that they're familiar with, the people that are left behind feel insecure. Why? Because, bro, why do you think, hang on a second, why do you think you can do that? What gives you the right to go chase a dream? What gives you the right to go quit your job and start your own business? What gives you the right to do all these things? And they start thinking this, right? And it's not you they hate. They don't want you to fail. I know it feels like that, and I thought that for a long time too. When I did a speech, which was at this point one of the biggest like career moves in my whole entire life, was the first time I stepped on stage to give a keynote and talk about my life. I invited a core group of people that I thought would be there, and I thought they would be in the front row, and none of them were there. Not one. And I came up with this quote, and it says, not one. Why is this? Is it because they actually want me to fail? I don't think so. It's because we come from a condition, and when everybody stays in that condition or everybody stays in that environment, things are fine. There's no issue. We don't have an issue with you. But the moment you break out of that environment, the moment you break the mold, the moment you start doing things that people don't think you should be doing, is a problem. And the problem is not you. The problem is their limited thinking. Again, why does he think he can go and do that? And then the reflection is, oh shit, well, now what's my out? What's my excuse? Because the whole time, if everybody stays the same, everybody can feed off each other's excuses. But the moment one person breaks the mold and steps out, everybody else in the group has to think about why they're still validating themselves with their excuses. Because then that person goes and shatters all the excuses. So this is why you see people that are day ones that most of the time they're not with you, right? And people, and this is, I'm talking about now, I want to talk to the dream chasers here and talk to the people that are ambitious and the people who want to break this mold. You're going to have to leave people behind. You have to. You cannot, and I say this from experience and just with the most conviction, you cannot allow the old friends, the family members, the people that you're used to stop you from getting to environments or stop you from getting to bags or stop you from getting to dreams that you want to chase because you let them stop you. Because you want to see them come with you. But here's the thing. Most people can't break that. They can't break the mold. They can't break the curse over themselves. And this is why I'm so serious with my videos and why I'm so convicted and why I'm so passionate about what I do, because all these things were hard for me. I know a lot of people have this I don't give a fuck mentality, and they can just leave everything behind, and they can just not care, and they can just chase the dream, and that's fine for them. It was never like this for me. I had a hard time with all this. Every single part of going from just a degenerate criminal to trying to be a good man, a good husband, a good father, going from working dead-end jobs to starting my own business, going from starting my own business to now try to start another business. Everything was hard. Not one part of this journey I felt like was easy. And I watch other people, and it seems like it's so easy for them. And this is one of the parts that I struggle with the most, is that I'm trying to just bring people with me, like my own family members. We can do this together, and we can break bread here and break bread there. And it's not happening. Why? Why can't we do this? Why can't we pull this off? It's not me. It's them. They want to stay in that environment, and you cannot stay there and feed this limiting beliefs and these insecurities and lack of just believing that we don't have to stay where we grew up, or we don't have to stay thinking this way our whole entire life. We can level up. There's no reason that we can't. Why not us, right? But not everybody in that friend group or in your family or in that circle is going to adapt that thinking. Somebody has to have the vision. Nipsey Hussle said, the blind can't lead the blind. Somebody has to have the vision. Okay? Even scripture says, without vision, the people perish, right? And I would argue the people that stay in those environments, that's how they feel. They feel like they're wasting their life away. They feel like they're worthless. They feel like they're not going anywhere. The human prerogative is progress. If we don't have this, we have nothing. And for the longest time, all I did was search for environments where I felt like people just wanted to level up. People wanted to think different. People didn't think that making your old monthly salary in a week or in a day or in an hour is a big deal. I don't want to have these conversations where people say, whoa, that's a lot of money. Or, whoa, why do we think we can do that? I'm already such a negative person. I can't deal with people like that. I need to be able to bounce an idea or some sort of crazy thought off a homie and have him be like, yeah, go run it. Let's go. Or that's it. You don't want to reach for more? That's what you need. You don't need people saying, whoa, hang on, bro. What if you quit the job and then all of a sudden this and then you can't pay your bills and blah, 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 blah. Should we think smart? Absolutely. But I would argue that being realistic never got anybody anywhere. So I actually created this environment, the Good Fight Club, which is my men's group. We meet every single Sunday for the last 3 years for men to come and thrive, to have these conversations, talk about goals where nothing's weird, bro, and nothing is off limits. All the shit that you're dealing with, you can air it out here and we can hold you accountable. All the dreams that you have and all the goals that you have, nothing is too big. Nobody's going to tell you, oh, yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't think that's a great idea. That's a lot of risk on the table. And it's not happening. And if you want to level up, you need this in your life. Because I've been exactly where you at. I'm telling you, nobody didn't believe in themselves more than me. And I'll go to war for that. And it's not even something I'm proud of. But for some reason, I would look around and I would watch people just absolutely kill it. How do they keep progressing? How do they keep leveling up? And I just saw myself like shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. Why don't I believe in myself like they do? And the moment I stepped out of my mold and said, I'm going to step out, I'm going to take a risk, I'm going to have some faith, and I got into different environments, my life changed completely. I got around people when I said I was going to quit my job, they said, why didn't you do it yesterday? I got around people that were making my yearly salary in a month. Once you are exposed to environments like that, where people speak life into you and you see different things, your life will never be the same. If this sounds like an environment that you want to be in, fill out the form below. You have to be accepted. I don't want people in this group that are exactly like the people that we just talked about. This is an environment where you can thrive. You will be pushed to your limits and you will be held accountable, and we will all level up. Like and subscribe. See you guys in the next one.